Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. In the last episode, the students came to the conclusion that Nagito had actually committed suicide, and he had dressed it up to look like a murder in order to get everyone executed. I think they're half right. He's trying to get everyone killed, but this was not a suicide. This goes way deeper than that. Nagito was one tricksy character, and so it only makes sense that he'd have a tricksy death. His goal was to get us all executed.
And that's why he stabbed himself over and over again?
Did he want us to die that bad?
He wanted Despair to die, and y'all are agents of Despair, whether you know it or not.
That's messed up. That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, it is. Deliciously so, though.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
Jeez, and I was starting to feel a little sympathetic towards him. How stupid of me. I completely underestimated his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. I had forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering at me.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right?
Yep. When y'all say that he committed suicide, it'll come up that you were wrong. Chiaki Nanami killed him. And y'all will be executed knowing who the traitor is. That was his plan. I'm telling you.
Whatever became of that?
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
No, because she's the only member here who is an agent of hope.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick.
Misdirection.
He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
He tried to make us doubt each other and tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion.
Except you haven't. You haven't. Come on, people.
The bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so we'd be executed.
That should be okay, right? Right?
What? You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
No, trust your gut, Akane. Akane's gut has always been right. Trust your gut. Why? I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but why do I feel so uneasy about it? Because it's too easy. That's the thing, it's too easy, and nothing about Nagito was easy. Is it because we don't know who the traitor is? Or...
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
No, trust it. Trust it, girl.
You are right. It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh?
Nah, Hajime's gonna speak up. I don't for a second believe that Nagito's plan is actually gonna succeed. I don't think we're gonna go into the final chapter with just Chiaki and Usami. Because they'd be the only ones left standing. That doesn't make any sense. Chiaki is gonna die here.
That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
No. No, it's not.
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided on the killer? Understood. Then voting time.
No, hold on a sec.
There he goes.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Like who the traitor is?
But the issue here is who killed Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
Yeah, but people still have things they're not sure about. Akane has her gut feeling. Sonia doesn't seem all that convinced. Hajime's saying stop. If y'all can't come to a consensus, then y'all shouldn't be, calling for the voting time. Everyone needs to be on the same page.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But... I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death. Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
Something related to Nagito's death, and it's something that even he couldn't have messed with.
You're gonna keep going? And here I thought we were finally finished.
It's not over until everyone says it's over. Something related to Nagito's death. A piece of evidence that even he couldn't mess with. I think we're actually on it. Because the Monokuma file only exists after he died. He can't mess with that. I'll just go through, but... yeah, this is all stuff he did. Sonia's account was... yeah, that was... I tried to set off the bombs and they were fireworks. He knew the bombs were fake all along. Yeah, this is all stuff... it has to be the Monokuma file. Yeah.
I see!
Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
There were multiple suspicious things. There was no cause of death, and there was no mention of... there was no toxins or poisons found in the bloodstream, because every other murder did have something along those lines. There was no toxins, no poisons found in the body, so... The victim is Nagito Komaeda. The body was discovered inside the warehouse near the Monokuma plushie factory. The estimated time of death is believed to be noon sharp. Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand. The suspicious part of the Monokuma file that Chiaki is worried about is... what is it? What's hidden in the Monokuma file? Okay, Hangman's Gambit. Cause of death. I'm panicking. I need an S. Oh lord. Oh lord. E. Pause. F, please. I'm just... Tea, we need a tea, please. There we go. Ooh!
I got it!
They are getting so manic.
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Not only is there a spear stabbed in his stomach, there are multiple stab wounds on each of his thighs. Furthermore, there is a laceration on his left arm and a knife impaled through his right hand.
Isn't that weird? Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not?
A little too obvious, you might say.
The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was a cause of death.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma?
I plead the fifth!
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Mikan's case,
The most important thing was left out to obfuscate the evidence.
the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first place!
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but it's not just a suicide.
There you go.
Come to think of it, did Nagito really commit suicide just to get us all killed?
Are you sticking up for him?
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily? I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
What friendship?
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe.
I mean, what's the harm? What's the harm in doing that? If you'll reach the same conclusion after talking for more or for talking for longer, you can still do the same vote that it was a suicide. There is no harm in continuing on until everyone said their piece.
You are right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Atta girl, Sonia.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is rather reminiscent of the case with Pecco. Because everyone was so sure, like, oh yeah, we'll vote for Pecco. And then, you know, I can't remember what it was specifically, but everyone had decided, okay, we're gonna vote this way, and then it was like, no, we should talk this through. So yeah, this must be giving him flashbacks to that.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma! You heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait!
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Oh, splendid. You guys are so splendid right now.
This is all she wanted. This is all she wanted, and it just took a bunch of them dying to get there. Oh.
That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
I'm so tempted to have Usami as the thumbnail. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you, huh? Now that I think about it, Nagito said the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. Also, just in case, why not? It's always good to have options. Then this situation we're in might be the thing that Nagito wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. There we go, suspended.
No, no!
Man, my heart was racing like crazy when I thought the voting time was gonna start, but... Well, if you think about it rationally, there's no way it was gonna happen. We haven't done this bit yet. Most of the players probably figured that out too. You're the only one who didn't know. Isn't that right, Monami? Hey, how much longer are you planning to sulk? Let's get along like we always do. All right, you passed. Friendship is measured by how long you can stand the silence when you're all alone with someone else. So, Monami and I are the bestest of best friends.
Don't say such stupid things. I hate you so much right now.
Enough! Why do I have to be hated that much?
Besides the fact that you snap at me like that, I don't trust you at all. Not even a teensy tiny 1 millimeter bit.
How sad. Distrusting your friend is much more shameful than being betrayed by that friend, you know.
We aren't even friends in the first place.
Then, as your older brother, let me say this.
You're not even my brother.
It's sad to live a life without friendship. That's even sadder than watching a high school rom-com full of guys.
Well, there may be some demands for that.
Oh,
What? I fell for it. I totally took the man bait.
Yeah, we can save. Why not? Boop.
I'm Monami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say.
Well, damn.
Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now. Everyone is united against despair. They're totally awesome. That's why I'm gonna fight too. I will fight the only way I can. I'm gonna show that guy my fearsome retaliation. That's basically it.
Okay. I love you, Usami.
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities. Huh.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
Are we finished already?
No, just give her a minute.
I feel like it's possible that we overlooked something.
Overlooked, huh?
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly! We should cooperate at a time like this.
A fatal wound that wasn't the spear. We don't even know if it actually exists, but if it does, we need to find out what it is no matter what. Okay. Make your argument. What do we have? It has to be the poison. It has to be.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds,
If he didn't die by the poison, I
maybe
will
he
eat
simply
my
bled to
shoes.
death.
I swear down.
There's no way he burned to death.
No.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
I agree with that. That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
Poison?
It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember, when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange.
Nagito's porn stash.
Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
A poison indeed.
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
however, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
He's part of the Yakuza. Like, why wouldn't he know that?
What does that mean?
But even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood,
You wouldn't necessarily notice.
there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
He didn't drink it, he breathed it in.
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly states the effect is instant.
Then it's impossible. Both his hands were full just before he died.
And this is when the hardtail appears!
Akane, please, no. Please, no, I don't... I just want to solve a murder.
You're totally overvaluing that tail!
His mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
You're assuming that the poison was a liquid.
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Are there any left?
Hell no! No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear!
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
It is. The way the poison entered Nagito's body, the answer is written on the warning label? I should think carefully and try to remember it. Okay, logic dive, alrighty then. Okay. This seems suspiciously easy. I am confused. Slow and steady will get me through this without dying. Okay, question 1. What state was the poison when it affected him? It was a gas. There we go. Oh, Lord. I do apologize for how quiet I get during these sections, but I just need to focus. Okay, there we go. Whew. Question 2. How did the poison enter his body? It was through his nose. He just breathed it in. There we go. Oh, Lord. And on to Rainbow Road. Yes.
It's all coming together.
And breathe.
What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label.
This enchanted liquid is highly potent and takes effect immediately. Please handle with care. Though its volatility is low, this liquid is very dangerous when vaporized.
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
Exactly.
He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
Hydrolysis. The reason we didn't breathe in the poisonous gas, I should be able to explain that mystery too. It was the sprinklers.
I see! The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
In a gaseous state, it is heavier than air. It breaks down in minutes and it is susceptible to hydrolysis. So it is possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications.
Of course! Hydrolysis! The chemical bonds that form the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers!
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning.
And I am going to bring this episode to a close right here. So please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below. And if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.